Dance and movement in general unites people. It creates team players. When I was dancing, I always felt like I was a part of a team. But it wasn't just me, like everyone was a part of this team.
Welcome to Platform Z, or Z, whichever you prefer. Join me, Noah Lennon, as I speak with my generation about a range of topics and themes in the present day. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to the 14th episode of the podcast. Today, I'm speaking with an emerging actor and dancer with St. Helenan and British heritage, hailing from Sutton, Southwest London in the house. Stand up. Come on. That's me as well. He's currently in his third year at Arts Educational School, commonly known as Arts Ed, training for a BA degree in acting. He was a member of the Dillon Dance Youth Company for 3 years and a graduate of the Trinity Laban CAT scheme, which, fun fact, he joined 1 year after I'd left. Something you may not know about him, though, is that he's a very good front of house member, and I know that because we worked together at Forza Wine in the National Theatre. Of course, like most guests on this podcast, he's a National Youth Theatre member, but I'm sure you guessed that already. He's somebody who leads by example, and I'm beyond lucky to call him a close friend of mine, bound to be on stages and screens near you. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the philanthropic, adroit, and spirited soul that is Reece Braddock.
Thank you very much, man. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you for coming on, Reece. Appreciate you. As you may have seen from the title, today we'll be discussing dance and movement. And of course, this is a topic that both Reece and I are passionate about and have experience in, so it's going to be a fun conversation.
For sure.
To begin, Reece, would you like to illuminate the listeners and me on your journey into dance?
From a very young age, I have a twin brother, if anyone doesn't know. From a very young age, me and my brother, our family had always called us performers and wanted us to do something performative. We'd go to dance classes, but we properly both got into dance when we got into secondary school, where we met this brilliant choreographer called Dillon. He kind of nurtured myself and my brother through our dance and performative journey. I've mainly studied classically with contemporary dance and did that for 7 years alongside Dillon. So I started my journey in secondary school with this company called BD1, which was a boys' dance company, all boys company at my school. And I'll say this with honesty, I don't think I'd be the performer I am today without that company. The caliber of dancers in that company was incredible. It felt like a golden age of performers, and we're dancing together, we're moving together. And I'd say that's definitely one of the benefits of movement and dance and the performing arts in general is no matter your age, you're united with art. And I think that's something so special about it. Anyway, back to what I said. So kind of what Noah said in the intro. In year 9, I was told by the school to audition for the Trinity Laban CAT scheme, which was a scheme that trained you classically in ballet, trained you in contemporary dance, and then trained you in discovering your own style through improvisation. Me and my brother both joined that, met some brilliant dancers, and obviously Noah himself has been there, so he's aware of it. And it's a brilliant scheme. I was there for 2 years, just before COVID hit. After COVID hit, things kind of slowed down a bit, understandably. I was still dancing, but not as much. And then I joined Dillon Dance Youth Company, which again, Dillon, it's his youth company. We toured, we did festivals. Yeah, it was incredible. And I joined that in year 10, and I stayed on till year 13, I think. And we created some incredible pieces. I'm so grateful for my time there. I'm so grateful for my journey in dance. And, even though I'm not a dancer, I haven't trained in dance. I've gone to drama school and I'm at drama school. It's a skill that I don't know where I would be without. Movement is the foundation of everything. We as human beings move all the time. I think people mistaken movement for dance when actually movement can be anything. It can be sports, it could be exercise, it could be whatever. It can be whatever it is because it's so broad. And then ever since I finished secondary school in sixth form, I then moved on to drama school. So I've been in education pretty much my whole life. Although I don't do it as much as I used to, I still miss it. I still do it because it's something that is a part of me now. It's not something that has left me at all.
What's your earliest dance memory?
Oh gosh. I'd say there's two early memories I remember of dance. One was, so my mum used to have a lot of gatherings with her friends, and all of her friends and family would come over to our house. And I was very young, I think I was 4 years old. And I just remember, like, I don't think it was that good. I'll be honest. I don't think the movement was that good, but I remember just going crazy, like just dancing, like doing loads of flashy movement. And and then all my aunties are going, "Oh my gosh, you're amazing. You should be a performer. You should be a dancer." Little me thinking I'm the coolest guy around. You know, I'm thinking, yeah, I'm so happy. I'm gonna be the sick dancer or whatever. And then following on from that, primary school in year 2. I just remember me and my brother were both told they wanted us to do a little dance number in the show, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's amazing. I think it was to Labyrinth or something like that. Yeah, those are my earliest memories, and I remember thinking I was so cool, but you know, I loved it. The feeling that it gave me so much confidence, and it gave me the platform to just feel like I can perform for people and be charismatic. And I feel like I've always wanted to please people slightly, you know? And I think that started from an early age with that, really, yeah.
And Sean Dillon, when you met him, was that part of the school curriculum, or was that an extracurricular club activity?
Sean Dillon, he worked at my school for, I want to say 7 years. When I joined in 2016, I think maybe it was 5. He recently just left, but he was there for over 20 years at the school, which is mental. I joined him as an extracurricular club, as I was told by my teachers, oh, you should join BD1 Boys Dance 1, dance with these amazing dancers. I was like, okay, yeah, I want to, I definitely will. And that's how I met Sean. As I got through my journey at Glenthorne, it then opened up to being after school, outside school thing with Dillon Dance Youth Company. And then in sixth form is when we properly had classes with him, because I did BTEC dance, and he taught us for that.
And of course, now you're studying acting and you have been training for the past 3 years. How much of your dance training have you been able to use, and what are the key elements of your dance training that you're still holding on to and you still really treasure the most?
I do think there are incredible parallels between dance and acting. Performatively, and obviously within the movement aspects of acting, it's so important to be free in your body when you're acting. And I think movement and dance in particular gives me the license to be that free on stage, to feel that free. And that gives me confidence when I'm approaching work, when I'm approaching character, because I feel so free on my body that I can let whatever the situation is land and let it come out organically and respond organically. I think that's the most important thing. It's given me the freedom to feel free on stage. Obviously, there's other aspects of acting where it's a bit more heightened and you need more physical, it's more physically demanding. You might be very soft and relaxed, but a character might be very angry and quite heightened and RP. So he's an angry RP man, and you have to be an angry RP man who, you know, let's say has an injury. Movement and dance has definitely helped me find that a lot easier and find how that feels naturally and organically in the body. Also feel that I can reach that extreme comfortably. I'd say I'm an actor that likes to be relaxed in my process, but if a director requires me to do something that is very physical and very demanding, I believe I can reach that. There's a project I did in drama school. We did Punk Rock by Simon Stevens, and I played William, the school shooter. If you haven't read the play Punk Rock, it's a fantastic play. Simon Stevens is a fantastic writer, so definitely read the play. The director I worked with, her name's Sky Hallam. We took it down very nerdy, organic approach, very on the sleeve. It's the most physically demanding thing I've ever had to do, I'd say, at Art Ed, for a character. And she wanted to use stuff like Laban Efforts. Like for some, it might be, the internal's a ring and then the external's like a dab. But for me, what I thought with my understanding of William was his internal is an extension of his external. So his internal might be punch, but his external will translate to dab. So, you know, it's still a similar effort, just lighter because it's an external reaction to his internal. I felt so jittery and so nervous and reactive to people. It felt so different to anything I've ever done. without having had dance experience, I don't think I would have felt as comfortable getting to that place.
Yeah, I love that you mentioned the Labans of William. I played
Mm.
William in year
Oh, did
12.
you?
Yeah,
Oh,
at
brilliant.
school,
Yeah.
at
Yeah.
Charter. And it was a similar thing where the director, our drama teacher, was saying he's just really nervous. He's very odd. You have
Yeah.
to find a way in your body, in your physicality, to show that he's quite odd. But he's very reactive as well to the people around him. And he wants
Yeah.
to impress Lily, but he's very aware of all of the other dynamics going on. Looking at the Labans is so interesting. For the listeners that don't maybe know what that is, when we refer to the Labans, we're referring to Rudolf Laban, I believe was his name. He had these different techniques on a graph, essentially, of types of movement. If someone is a ring, it's literally the movement ring, and you have a minor and a major, or inner and an outer, interior, exterior. And usually each character would probably come with 2 different Labans, or you can add more, but it gets quite complicated. And it's how you find the type of movement in the body. I remember when we first studied it, we were analyzing everyone in the class and trying to work out what
Who's
our
what?
Labans were. Yeah. That
Yeah.
was so
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
I think with physical theatre, I'm thinking of animal studies as well, and how,
Mm.
in a way, dance goes into that too, when you're trying to emulate a lion or emulate something that moves in all fours on the ground. Yeah, I think there's a lot, especially with theatre, there's so much that goes into it. But also, I remember in my foundation year, there was a lot about what your feet are doing on stage when you're in a scene. So are you planted, and how to actually be planted? That led into voice, because then that was about the tension that you hold in the body and how your shoes can hinder you as well. I'm sure you had this as well, but when you were dancing, it was always barefoot or in socks.
Yeah.
I think there's something so powerful about just the connection to the ground and the groundedness. I think the groundedness teaches you a lot in acting as well, that you get from the dance. So yeah, so much. And the ensemble, of course. And you mentioned it a bit at the beginning with the idea of the working in a group and the collective, the company. I think that ensemble idea is so key, and actually listening to your other performers, because dance is still a language in that sense. Although you're not communicating verbally, you're undoubtedly communicating with your body. So there's something so special about that physical language that I think transfers as well.
Dance and movement in general unites people. It creates team players. When I was dancing, I always felt like I was a part of a team. But it wasn't just me, like everyone was a part of this team. It creates community, it creates groups, it creates teams. The people that I find I work best with are the people that have done sports, have done dance, have done things where they've had to be in an ensemble and work with people and be a team player. Those are people I enjoy working with the most, because they truly understand how important it is to be together and be a community. Movement gives you the power to do that. Movement is an essential part of life. Movement is so vital.
Great point. What would your message be to those that want to get into dance but maybe feel that they're not good enough or feel that they're insecure? What would your message be to those people that want to explore it but don't know how to?
Well, I'd say, first of all, you always have to start somewhere. I feel like whenever I start something, I always am afraid to make mistakes. You always have to start somewhere. But what will keep you there and what will make you better is your passion for what you do and how badly you want to do it. If you're starting out and you want to really enjoy dance and you want to do it, go to classes, join those communities, get involved. Don't shy away from dance, because every time I've met a person that does dance, every time I've been in a class about dance, everyone's so inviting. Everyone wants you to be there. Everyone wants you to get better. I mean, there's so many ways of dancing. If you're similar to me in that you like dancing on your own and for you, music is an outlet for that. And whenever you feel music you want to move, then do that. Really explore, really play. At the end of the day, dancing is a muscle. Any performance is a muscle. The more you work it, the better.
That's great, Reece. Yeah, just great points. I think I would add as well that a lot is stored in your body. Sometimes you don't know how much you're holding, but actually letting go, even if it's just to your favorite song or at a party or club or whatever, that is still really important to just release those things that you hold, especially as we get
Yeah,
older. You hold so much stress and anxiety, and just life can hold you down and put so much baggage onto you that exploring something physically, not even in a dance way, but I suppose just moving your body in that sense, doesn't have to be really beautiful, really artistic, but just exploring that is so pivotal. Yeah.
for sure.
Let's move on to the Platform Z quickfire questions. Are you ready, Reece?
Yes, let's do this.
What was the most recent thing that inspired you?
Hamlet. I watched Hamlet at the National, and Heron's performance is incredible, and it links back to movement. He's so physically free in his body. It was so inspiring to watch. I watched it prior to doing one of my third year shows. Prior to that show week, watching that performance inspired me and gave me the confidence to go on that stage and be as relaxed and open as possible.
Beautiful. What is your goal for this month?
To feel confident going into the new year and to feel ready for the new year is my goal.
What's one bad habit that you need to get rid of?
Oh man, I love chocolate too much. I have a really bad sugar addiction, but that's my vice. It's not like I'm going out and drinking all the time and this and that. I have a crazy sugar addiction. Yeah, love chocolate. That's a bad habit that I definitely need to get rid of.
What does joy look like to you?
Friends, family, movement, music, people, for sure.
When have you felt the most love?
Most recently, definitely after my shows, after the shows, the show week, that was definitely the most love I've ever felt. And watching the shows this week of the other half of the year, it's so lovely just being involved in that environment because there's so much love for everyone. Even when you're not performing, people have love for you or people have love for them. It's just so surreal. But yeah, I'd say my show week, more specifically the night my family and friends came, that was the most loved I've ever felt in my life.
Wow. And I wasn't there. Oh man. Next show, I'm there, bro. I'm there.
Yes, bro, I know.
What's the one thing you'd change in today's society?
One thing I'd like to change is the way people connect nowadays. More romantically as well. I think modern connection is so different to how it used to be, and understandably, because we're evolving into a more technological society. Social media culture, I think, is so cancerous to the way people connect. You can't connect over social media. You can't connect with people. You have to meet people. You have to be around people. You have to listen to people. You have to share. You need to laugh. You need to cry. Social media blocks you from doing that. It blocks you from being connected to your reality. And I know that sometimes can be frustrating, but be with people in your reality. And I think that's definitely something I'd like to change is the impact of social media and how it impacts the way we communicate nowadays. I hate social media. Love-hate relationship.
That's an outstanding answer. Impeccable, bro. I feel the exact same way. You took the words out of my mouth. So it's so relieving to hear someone say that.
Yeah,
so thank you.
Especially our generation, I feel like it's so easy to just go on social media and doom scroll. But there's no sense of enjoyment. Like, you can't do that forever. There's been times where I've been so lonely because I've isolated myself and just been on social media. When the best times I've ever felt have been the times where I've been with people. Don't let social media block you from your reality and your friends and your family. Don't let it do that to you.
What a beautiful way to finish another episode. Thank you, Reece. That was wonderful. Thank you all for listening. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you could take something away from this. Thank you, Reece, for your time. Thank you for coming on. It was a great episode.
Thank you for having me. It's been a pleasure.
Please take a moment now to tell the listeners where they can find you, what you've got going on, what you've got coming up.
Yeah, you can find me on social media. That's probably not... You can find me on Instagram. My Instagram is Reece_Braddock. That's me. I have no plugs.
And big things to come. Join the train now. Thank you all for listening. Take care. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed. See you next time.